Welcome back. Small claims courts are important judicial venues that offer a fast resolution to minor disputes. They provide a cost-effective alternative to traditional courts, and the introduction of small claims court in Namibia aims to improve access to justice, especially for small business owners who encounter fraud as well as scams. This advocacy campaign that JCI will be undertaking aims to gather support for establishing these courts through meetings and public awareness initiatives. Now, joining us to speak further on this topic is Martha Kautanevali, who is the Partnership Director at Junior Chamber International, which is a branch of Junior Chamber International Namibia, which is a branch of Junior Chamber International. Martha, good evening and welcome.
Thank you, Nina. Good evening.
Thank you so much for being here.
It's an honor.
To start with, talk to us about this, what motivated this push for small claims courts in Namibia?
Yeah. It all started with the fact that Junior Chamber deals with a lot of small business owners, as well as the members are also young people who are also really eager to do businesses and also make differences in their lives. So we realized that it's very difficult for young people or even small business owners to handle court issues within the court because of the complexity of it, the money that is associated with it. So with the small courts coming on board, it's going to make it simpler for them. It's going to accommodate everyone to also be accommodated and for them to be heard by the court, to be heard by the judge, as opposed to you finding so much money, getting a lawyer, and to have you heard. So it's really to maximize the business owners and any other individuals who find themselves having legal disputes to be heard by the judge and just straight up to the point. Yes.
So based on what you said, how do small claims courts then differ from traditional courts?
Yeah, with the traditional court, there is so much complexity to say you need a lawyer, you need to go out there and approach a specific lawyer or law firm to represent you. Right. So with the small courts, really, it's for you to be heard by the judge. I don't know, the simpler thing I like to associate it with is Judge Judy. And so really it's for our people to be heard by the judge straight up, to have a conversation. This is what happened, this is what happened. And this small things really having, you're already struggling, let's say you're already scammed, and now you need to flock out so much money from perhaps the bank for you to have your case heard. So with the small court, it differs from the traditional way by just straight to the point and no much complexities around it.
I've actually seen Judge Judy. I'm not a big fan, but there are similar televised court shows. So that's basically the concept. Yes. But from what I've seen, you still would need to come prepared, still have all your evidence, and of course you can represent yourself. Yes. You don't need to hire a legal representative. What specific issues do small businesses face that a small claims court could address?
Yeah. So with especially small businesses in Namibia, for example, we have contractual issues, contractual disputes most of the times. And then also for clients, especially bridal clients, they get really bad services from service providers. So for an individual like that to be heard by the court, you don't need to it doesn't have to be a big issue. It doesn't have to be a big complex thing for you to be heard by the judge or just to have a judgment done. So with the small courts, really it's to address these complexities, to have all this little less money kind of disputes or kind of law activities for the public to be heard and have their say as well. Yes.
Within Africa, other than using the example of Judge Judy, and of course it seems to be working in those countries, but what's can you share examples of successful small claims courts within our region, within our continent that have worked?
Yeah, we have Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe has adopted this, and it works perfectly well, and South Africa as well. So we are saying really it's not something foreign. It's something that we're seeing our neighbors are practicing it, and it's more like adopting from what has already been established, but also to push for this for our people to be able to be in a position where I have my proof of what has transpired. Most of the times we have little contracts, but one member or one party of the dispute is well represented, but the other one, we could say minority. But with this really to solve this much of a problem and accommodate everyone.
So with this campaign, how will the campaign engage, the public and of course gather support?
It starts with us now. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for inviting us, and also to have us on board to bring out this message and bring out this campaign. Right now, my colleagues are having the campaign meeting at the National Youth Council Namibia. We are having this meeting basically sort of like our stakeholders and having everyone understand what this small court is about and who are the beneficiaries, who are the stakeholders that we are having, what do they think, basically the public to also chip in and give us their ideas or give us their options that they might have, and how we can successfully push this and have it a success. So really for media, for example, like what we are doing now, it's spreading out the word, and this is mainly what we need, because we need this to be heard. We need as much input as possible, because we're only starting off, and it's best, the many the merrier, basically.
And how will the feedback from the advocacy meetings influence the campaign strategy?
Yeah, basically the fact that it's involving public, and the public is mainly what we're trying to cater for. So we'd like to hear more on their needs. What are the main concerns that they have, especially when it comes to the problems that need to be addressed by the small courts. When we do the meetups with them, we really want to hear from them. How best can we solve the problem that we have at hand? How best can we meet each other halfway? How best can they also contribute to make this whole thing really a success and accommodate everyone else? Yes.
Fantastic. So now that you do have the platform and you're engaging the public, what is it that you'd like them to know? Is there going to be an opportunity for them to come and have their voices heard? You have a schedule, etc. What are the logistics concerning this campaign?
Yes. So right now we are having one in Windhoek at the National Youth Council. So if you're listening, if you're looking at us right now, please head over there. And we're also putting it on our social media platforms. We'll be having one in Keetmanshoop, that's the south, and then one in the north, Oshakati. So just really engagement sessions, and we'll also really appreciate the fact that the media is quite helpful on this, NBC to be specific. So we are going to all the other media houses to help us spread the word and make it known so that anyone else can contribute, because we want more contribution. We want to make it more accommodative, so that we don't just do it from our own heads and what we have heard or what we have seen, but also what the people first-hand experiences are like, so that it can be best and adaptable to everyone.
Fantastic. So for the schedule in terms of days and times, can they go on to the Junior Chambers International Namibia page to get all that information?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Fantastic. Any final remarks from you this evening, Martha?
It's just the fact that Junior Chamber is really an organization, a non-profit organization that is mainly focusing on civic education for our people, young people, and also memberships. Our members are from the age of 18 to 46, sorry. 46 basically, and it's an accommodative kind of group of young people. It's a chapter within Namibia, but also understanding the importance of what can we do as a collective, because remember, if you want to go if you want to go
fast,
go alone. If you want to go far,
go with others.
Yes.
I love that saying too.
Thank you.
Martha, thank you so much for joining us this evening, and all the best with the campaign.
Thank you so much, Nina.
That was Martha Kautanevali, Partnership Director at Junior Chambers International Namibia, speaking to us there. Let's take another break. When we come back, conversations here on the Daily Roundup continues.